It's doom time for all the non-believers because they're going to get mogged. Welcome back, baby dolls. Check it out. We're going to be doom scrolling the Twitteroonies. First up, we have Jesse Michaels. Who thinks we'll get an official presidential statement on UFOs in our lifetimes?
Literally, the only reason people don't look into this is because people who are part of the priestly citadel of science, like Neil deGrasse Tyson, say there's nothing to UFOs.
Objects that apparently reveal themselves only to Navy pilots.
Otherwise, you have presidents who've openly talked about UFOs.
Objects in the skies that we don't know exactly what they are.
But Roswell's a very interesting place with a lot of people that would like to know what's going on.
And we saw a bright light appear in the distant western skies.
The Office of Naval Intelligence and the Pentagon have released two reports, one in 2020, one in 2021.
The intelligence community did reveal 144 reports of unidentified aerial phenomenon.
And you have a bunch of these things that were spotted that don't, neatly categorize.
A other bin that allows for a holding bin of difficult cases and for the possibility of surprise and potential scientific discovery.
All right, so if you've been watching my channel, you are completely aware. Earth isn't ours. Non-human intelligence is real. Population's totally controlled. We know all that. The science is rigged. We're like 50 to 70 years behind what they really have. We know all this stuff. There is a US government black budget. $21 trillion is missing. Catherine Fitz, who used to work at the White House, literally calculated it. So we have all of these happening. All the paths lead to cryptocurrency booming because I have to increase the money supply to go pay for all this junk and all this research and everything to keep the wheels moving. And so you and I are left with nothing but our Ponzi coins on the internet, praying that they go and pump up. We're probably going to see more UFO disclosure come out. The government's going to keep hinting things out here. It feels like if there's any president to do it, it's probably going to be Trump because he probably wants to be the first president to disclose it. There's an interesting interview, friends. In his recent interview, there was a lady interviewing him, and it's just funny. He was going to, this is the wildest part, he was going to say that he was going to talk more about the New Jersey or the drone stuff or the alien stuff, I forgot. And then he basically, his mouth, he was about to say, it's not up to me. He goes, it's not. And then he goes, I'll make my decision later. He literally said, it's not. Yeah, he's literally about to say it's not up to me. But his brain quickly remembered, oh my gosh, what are the American people going to think if you, the president, say, it's not up to me? You're meant to be the guy in charge. Obviously, we know it's all rigged fans out here. Here we have potential top signal. Billionaire investor Chamath Palapoopy files for a $250 million SPAC called American Exceptionalism Acquisition Core, targeting energy production, AI, DeFi, and defense. Newsflash, SPACs are scams. All his SPACs dropped 90% in the last stock market collapse from 2022. All of them trash. It's kind of funny, the word American exceptionalism. I mean, he's gonna do some turbo grifting. So you never know, friends. He's hopefully he comes out with some like mega top signal thing for us again. Yeah, he's a billionaire, smart. He was Bitcoin early OG, friends. I think he bought something ridiculous like 400,000 Bitcoin at the start, and I think they've been selling it over time because we calculated. Actually, the number was huge. If it was meant to have like 800,000 Bitcoin or something that he claimed to have, it's meant to have $92 billion right now. But let's see, Chamath Palapoopy net worth. Does he have $96 billion net worth today? No, he's $1 billion. What? Only $1 billion? Pfft, get out of here. It's chump change. How'd that happen? You had a couple of percentages of supply of Bitcoin. Why do you only have 1 billion? Now you know why he's scamming, by the way. That makes total sense. I'm like, what? Why are you releasing these SPACs and this scamming? There you go, friends. His net worth's around $1 billion. You know what I mean? So it's, you got to imagine, it's funny. He's scalping to like get and maintain like the billionaire status. it's so sad, man. It's like, you know how people are in the Soilana scum trenches, like rugging innocent people for like $80 and $400 and stuff. Yeah, he's doing it. He's doing like $4 million and $5 million pops to try, like, you know, stay in the billionaire status. That's wild. Funny, they're bringing low caps. You need to be aware, anything that looks inorganic and is low market cap and low float on the NASDAQ, you will get punished on. Yeah, so it's kind of funny. We're so used to this like low cap market cap stuff in cryptocurrency lands that yes, 100% we're, you know, friends, low market cap, yeah, it can go up a lot, but also it's low price low for a reason. You really got to have informational asymmetry and edge. You can't just go around just like start punting on things like that. You got to have some sort of time committed to these to understand. I mean, like, you know, like PulseChain's a low market cap thing as well, right? But you understand, right? There's a network effect. There's believers. You just had the 4th annual PulseChain conference. You see all these things as stuff on chain. You have, you know, you got me. I've got a fluffy microphone. We've got a doctor. We've got a pirate. We've got a lawyer. Nuclear herbs. You see what I mean? This does not seem like a dead chain. It's not like a Litecoin dead chain. You know what I mean? This is where people are actually using it. There's a bridge. People wearing the logos as shirts. There's tattoos. We've got a Hex tattoo, PulseChain tattoo. There's a pDAI tattoo. You see what I mean? So that's your informational edge compared to the rest of the market. Funny. It's kind of hilarious to see Skew trade close to the April tariff lows when the price dips from 125K to 116K. It's just a different market, really. So it's just showing that, I guess, a lot of people, friends, were over leveraged at 125K, and even just a small $9,000 drop in BTC, a couple of percentages, it's like that's enough to spook them out because they're here to really try the momentum play out here. Here we have is Alex Jones. 1.3 million Ukrainian men are dead because Boris Johnson told Zelensky he could start a war with Russia and defeat them. So here he has eating his chips. Yeah, friends, these are the population, bro. You guys just got to learn. News flash. It's kind of funny. Like, obviously, Alex Jones knows this, friends. By anyone else. It's not the humans as the polymecticians. They are the puppets. Do you get it? Have you noticed how politicians keep making wrong decisions, but we keep changing politicians? Have you noticed that? Right, and all the Neil deGrasse Tyson's cucks, they go, oh no, but they optimize for bringing bad people to the top. What a bunch of BS. That sounds like government psyop stuff. It's not them making the decisions. It's something else. What is that something else? Maybe one day we'll find out. Shout out to Joshy Boo from PulseChain. Hey, Hexy Bastard. Remember PP? PoorPleb. I still like PoorPleb, friends. Is the community still there? Still got the telegrams. I haven't seen the chart. I'm sure the chart's down. I was also, my friend Crusher as well. I just made a video for him, replied to him in telegrams of pDAI. I'm just going to remind everyone, friends, on PulseChain, yeah, we'll talk about Tangang and a lot of coins and our community's still there or not. The thing is, man, Hex is down 99%. Do you know what I mean? So, like, whilst the premier OG token is down 99%, we can't look at any coin community and put this spotlight on them and go, oh, you're not doing well. You know, there's only like miracle ones like PTGC, and then you have those pDAI starting to recover. It's still down here from the top, right? But everything, when Hex is down 99%, like everything's down. You know what I mean? There's not enough new money coming in yet, but that's not what we're playing for, right? We're playing for the future. So here is the PHEX price. Combined Hex is probably like 1.3 cents. But yeah, man, the high was 55 cents. So it is down today. Yeah, you're down 98%. You know what I mean? So we can't be super critical of these. And when would, I guess, the point of inflection be? I don't know, Hex above 10 cents. By the way, Hex at 10 cents is still 80% down. You know what I mean? That's, you know, like it's pretty much, oh, you might say, oh, Hex has got to break 55 cents to do it. Okay, then it does. Then we'll evaluate back then. And by the way, as a PulseChain, the Speed token goes up, people will come back and they'll be rejuvenated and everything out here. Here you have Decode. Pengu is still correcting here, but the higher time frame looks super bullish. So this is Pudgy Penguins tokens out here. We know Ivan has a Pudgy Penguin. Yeah, just one of the meme coins out here. Big market cap. Hopefully they all do well. Here we have Kyle Chassé, friend of the channel. A whale has accumulated 1 million ChainLink for $26 million over the past 3 days. Yes, friends. This guy, I think this was the account. Very suspicious insider, this account. This account sold Ethereum right before the Luna UST crash. They got into Shiba Inu early and then sold on the listing of Coinbase, and they basically sold the tops of it. And they did one more big move as well that they got in early. Oh, they bought the USDCD peg. Guess that's skill. You know what I mean? So Could be just like, really, really, really good connections. I wonder who it is, right? I wonder who it is. Maybe we'll just never know. Just another anonymous person out there. Here we have Quentin Tarantino's from PulseChain, from crypto communities. Out here, his ChainLink. Here we go again, showing ChainLink is slightly up green, while everything is down. ChainLink at $26, still low. It's family-friendly coin. Everyone's got it pretty much. Because a lot of friends, they can't be bothered getting onto exchanges and stuff, off exchanges, right? So my target for it is, but don't take this home, man. I've got targets for everything. Doesn't mean they hit. Like you got a dream too that you're a billionaire. Doesn't mean it's gonna happen, but hopefully ChainLink gets to $160 US. That is a 100 billion market cap. If XRP could get there and Swift chose ChainLink, then hopefully it gets there. So we'll see. Someone has charted the XRP ETH ratio. XRP is tanking against Link as normies wake up to the reality that it wasn't Ripple connecting to all of the banks of the world. It was ChainLink. And soon they'll realize connecting all the banks to the blockchain will be the smallest thing ChainLink ever accomplishes. So what they've done is they've inverted the LINK-xrp ratio, which I still have charted on my fancy charts here for you, which I'll bring it here for you. I actually have this LINK-xrp ratio. This is it. So LINK-xrp, friends, is back to 0.10. Unfortunately, it peaked at 0.4. It was 2x within flipping, and then we all got scammed again. So here we go. This is obviously XRP rallying. So maybe this thing comes back and moves it all up. Now, this is wild, friends. If ChainLink, something big's going to happen. Because, look, if this ratio, it's trending up over time, okay? It's trending up. If this thing goes back up here, okay, that means from this price today, ChainLink does 4x multiplied by XRP's gains. 4x. And just to get back to the middle. All right. Now, here's the thing. BlockChainBacker thinks XRP is going to go to $9 or $10. That's about a 3x. So if Link gets back to that ratio thing and it does a 4, and BlockChainBacker thinks XRP is going to do a 3, you do 4 times 3, you have ChainLink at 12x multiplier. That's that. If you go to your chart, that would be a 1200% move, 1100%. Let me show you where 11 or 12x will take it, friends. Let's go to the actual price chart here. Let's do 1100% up. Where will this take it? We're looking at big numbers, man. This is a $315 ChainLink. You might say, "Whoa, is $315 happening?" No. Be careful what I said. I said if XRP hits $10. Okay, so things have to happen. So, like, what if XRP doesn't hit $10? What if XRP only hits $6? What if it doesn't hit the 4th Fibonacci level that BlockChainBacker is hoping for? Which I'll come here, I'll show you, friends. This is it, right? So BlockChainBacker believes, and now you do the market cap chart of this, the market cap chart. So because they printed so much of the supply over 10 years, the real highest fib level is here. It's around $8 to $9, right? That's what he's counting on this happening. What if that doesn't happen? But what if it doesn't come up and hit that? We'll see. We'll see how it plays out. Here we have a post from LibertySwap Finance 238. Some sort of 238, friends. Apparently, just free your mind of countdowns. Okay, people keep talking about this 23rd of August. Big stuff is going to happen and marketing timing. Yeah. If it happens, whatever. You know what I mean? All you've seen is disappointment after disappointment. I'm here. I'm protecting my survivability, and you should do that too. Okay, so I don't like any of these countdowns. You understand, friends, as well. Like the countdowns don't just come from the crowd. They come from people maybe in control of this. They're there to psyops you to wear you out. Okay, just to tell you. I'll just tell you straight out. And actually, maybe you should really take what I'm saying seriously. All right? Like really, really, really seriously. Yeah, and they ain't no guessing. I'll tell you just flat out. Many countdowns, they don't just come by people making stuff up. Now, say, for example, pDAI haters, they think, oh, but you always say this, you always say that. Yeah, but keep tracing the messages. They don't come from the people all the time. Okay? There are some countdowns, fake countdowns, they come from higher up. It is intentional to wear weak hands out. Okay. Now, obviously, I don't talk to you all about it because I don't want to be preventing weak hands from cheating out if they can't take it, because it's going to get worse as the price goes up. If pDAI's 5 cents, 10 cents, their anxiety is going to get more, you know? So I hope you're catching my drift when it comes to understanding what's going on here, right? And it's part of warfare. It's psychological warfare. It's psyops. How you wear people out, friends. Keep giving them countdowns. Do you know that? Just keep giving them countdowns because they keep thinking something's going to get better and then it doesn't. Something's going to get better and then it doesn't. You just keep wearing them out. It makes people capitulate more. It makes people, the weak hands, sell supply faster, right? Shout out to Trevor from PulseChain, retweeted by our pirate, Mr. Captain RJ3. I reread this a lot, not gonna lie. So crypto, what are you gonna do when the mass marketing starts ripping people's faces off? He's talking about, this is the monkey, which is engaging in a pegging of a Sasquatch. Season's greetings. Such a weird, strange picture that he posted. He really does post riddle stuff. Everyone talks about this. When's this mass marketing stuff happening? Hopefully happens soon. Remember funny Chamath Palapoopy, right? A message on the timeline. Chamath SPAC into Chumbass hole. I guess he's making a joke here that it's going to be poop, another grift for the SPACs that go down. I've actually got a chart of his previous SPACs from 2021. So this is it. Open Door, SoFi, Clover, Virgin Galactic Holdings, so acquires multiple. Oh, this is his 4 major SPAC deals. So they all went down. This is at the end, this 2022. So they're all just pretty much poop as you expect, right? Makes sense though. How are you only worth 1 billion? You've been messing stuff up, Chamath. How you were a billionaire years ago? I gotta check that out, friends. Damn, friends, it's getting worse. I'm looking at it. Apparently, he's only worth about 475 million, or they go at least. What? They question, are you a billionaire? They said, yeah, he's good. He's a self-transitioned billionaire. What is? Can we not use that transition word? Yeah, Forbes has him as 1.2 billion. No, that's of 2021. Okay. Some other websites say estimated net worth 4 billion, but many are saying 1 billion. No, this one website just said 4. Isn't it kind of funny? Here we are, the poor plebs, right? We can't even afford a loaf of bread. And we're like, you're not even a billionaire? 400 million's trash. You're not even on the list. I love the game, man. It's so funny. Here we have Jack Levine. Often the reason I explain why I'm building X1. So X1 chain, just to remind you as well, friends, it was interpreted by the community as a sort of backstabbing to the community because everybody who bought Zen, down only 100% Zen, we all thought, because we were told many times explicitly, you were told that you're going to get like a big bonus contributor point, and that's going to be what you hand in to get X1 chain points. I guess he hooked up with VCs, and they go, no, screw these people. We want the money. We want the token. So now the community's left out to the junk. You don't get majority of the supply, you get nothing. It's meant to be like a Solana EVM layer 2. I don't know, man. I think that's kind of like, playing into the last year stuff. So what happens in stablecoin super cycle? So we'll see. Yeah, you can choose whatever you do, whatever you want to do with that, friends. Like a couple of people told me as well during the pDAI collapse, maybe that was one of the coins you might have wanted to use to rotate a bit in because you had to buy something for dirt cheap. I still think pDAI is dirt cheap. I mean, like pDAI is 180x away to $1. Like if I put money into any coin and it did a 10x, I'd consider that a winner. A 10, right? And now this thing's 160x to $1, so it doesn't even have to get there. You know what I mean? You can do what you want. You can do what you want when it comes to these. Because the way I see it, let's say someone put $1,000 into X1 chain, they'd feel really happy at a 10x. They think they won. Yeah, but if pDAI does 10x, it's 6 cents. And then what? Okay, if it does 60 cents, it's 100x. Do you know what I mean? So we'll see. Here we have Mr. Brett Tepp. These conferences are awesome. Great job for Matty Allen putting all of it together. Yeah, so we have PulseChain and the community. Friends, the 4th annual conference, keeping the annual network effect alive. Red Panda Koala. This guy makes some amazing video content. Shout out to you, UFO content. Which community has the most sketch back channels? UFO community or furry community? Oh, undoubtedly the furries, friends. Yeah, the furries are like, it's autistico transitioning, like really transitioning, not joking. Autistico transitioning 4chan guys who are obsessed with putting and making love to furry looking creatures. Interesting. Big update here from OpenSea. You can now buy Ethereum and EVM NFTs using Sol. directly in the app. Yeah, I guess you could buy NFTs. Hopefully NFTs come back. There's a lot of them. Which ones are going to come back? We'll see. Gwart comments again on Chamath's new SPAC. Let's see if we can get Chamath's new SPAC to buy our margin 5 points. Ha 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 ha. I know, Vince, there's a couple of nerds words. So they're kind of saying because Chamath SPAC, it's a grift. It's kind of like, hey, I'll raise a SPAC and then we'll go buy into... What they do is, okay, he owns a company and he makes a SPAC for the company. He owns shares of the company. So he raises money and then he gets them to go buy the company's stocks up so then they can exit. It's just it's total scam. Generic comment about burnout. Dr. Shin. Burning out, as frequently happens to people in the West now, is a really good thing. It shows you that your body and mind quite literally stop functioning if your work doesn't align with your heart. Make that mistake a few times and you'll never waste time on BS you hate again. I think they're great words out here. Burning out. It's been 4.5 years, bro. Can we get a bit of dopamine? You know, no one's saying, hey, can we teleport 180x so I can click out and leave? We're not even asking for that. We're saying, can we just go up 3? Just 3, you know what I mean? Like in past cycles, bro, you went up 14, 28, 50. Can we just go up 3? Here we have Mr. Feary's Lying, who was literally fudding pDAI 48 hours ago. I'm expecting pDAI to now pump viciously straight to $1, and this might just be the start of it. Don't pump pDAI. Don't fade pDAI. Could be some sort of PsyOps account out here. Oh yeah, 99 Capital has been bull posting, and he never bull posts. What's the chart? Interesting, Mr. Mus. Is he? He's been bull posting. It's the same. So let's have a look at while we're here. You know what I mean? 0.6 cents. When will the pain end? The misery? It was actually less than 0.6 cents. So we're moving along this bull flag. We've got a while to go. I already told you as well, friends. I'm ready to pass out from euphoria if we get to 4 cents. But we've been going on for so long, I'm not even sure that I can guarantee of that. Shout out to Mr. Moggy Boo Mogtemps. The next best thing, Richard Hart mogged them in real time. So the last time Richard did a live stream, January 22nd, 2022. Should I do a live stream? So, yeah, man, I think Hex's price then was 23 cents. And now it's 1.2. So, yeah, man, got a while to go. This is wild as well. Reincarnation story. What if a 3-year-old could tell you how they died in another life and then show you the matching scar? Dr. Ian Stevenson spent 40 years documenting thousands of these cases. He wasn't a mystic, he was a scientist. Reincarnation does not nullify what we know about evolution and genetics. It suggests, however, there may be 2 streams of evolution, the biological one and the personal one, and that during terrestrial lives, these streams may interact. Yeah, friends, I've watched a lot of stuff on reincarnation. 100% true, many cases. One of the most famous cases was there's a child in America. I think it was a young boy. So interesting, a lot of the past memories, not all of them, but a lot are males. Why? It's because males do risky work and we don't know the real reason, but they're more likely to have these horrific deaths. Okay, so for example, there's one famous case for the name. This person was from Hollywood. Okay, so this kid comes. The kid's not from Hollywood. Kid's from somewhere in America, and the kids start talking about, "Hey, mommy and daddy." Like, this is the craziest part. Okay, they're watching a movie, or they're looking at a picture book of making a movie. One of the films, it's a famous American film as well. And the kid looks at it and goes, "Hey, mommy, that's me." This 3-year-old boy. He says, "Hey, that's me." And they go, "What do you mean it's you?" Right? Then the kid could describe how he died. He goes, yeah. He goes, he basically explained that he died, a tractor ran over him on the farm. They go and look up that it was a Hollywood director. I wish I just had the names out. Wi-Fi's made a whole video of it. They looked him up. He died. A tractor ran over him on the farm. Right? Just literally, the big tractors just ran over him and he died. I think he had a brother or something as well. But yeah. So all these past lives, reincarnation things. We don't know if it's really reincarnation. It's your soul. I think we're starting to learn now. Actually, it's funny. Western science and stuff, this Neil deGrasse Tyson trash. What I'm actually amazed, friends, all of you, some of you Chinese, you're Hindu, you guys just teach me so much stuff. You have known about this for 3,000 years. It's like this Western junk is finally catching up. And they go, oh, by the way, news flash. Did you know you're not a body with a soul, but actually you're a soul with a body? Every time I comment on that stuff like that, by the way, you guys come on, friends, you always throw stuff like, dude, we've been talking about this for 3,000 years, bro. Like, you're just catching up. It's kind of funny. What don't they want us to know? Don't know. We'll see. Here we have a post from Gainzy. Gainzy denies the poor allegation, but stays quiet about his biggest wins this run. Let's see.
The idea of me like capitulating and selling ETH as much as everybody wants to happen is never going to fucking happen. It's just, I'm much more poor than I used to be, but I'm still rich enough to be stubborn and lose more money from like making stupid decisions. I've fucked up this cycle every which way, except for nailing one or two plays, one or two seed cycle and fucking up. Except for nailing one or two plays, one or two seed deals that keep me beyond afloat. Like, I don't really talk about my wins because it's just not as fun or as funny.
It's never funny. It's like, and also like everyone just assumes it's fake. If you're like, I'm a genius investor, like here's how I made $100 million. Please follow me.
But when my entire image is fucking up every cycle and fucking up every trade, people literally think I'm poor, and I just don't have the heart to like retweet and be like, no, I actually low-key kind of fucking made it again. Like every time I should lose, I just don't.
Yeah, so there's a bit of insight and stuff out here. Yeah, friends, so it's like, what numbers are we talking about? We don't know the exact numbers, but like, he has like this personality of like, you know, always screwing up, always making a mistake and fumbling and stuff out here. You probably see the crowd now, actually. The crowd will turn on him when they realize how rich he really is. I'm guessing the numbers he's talking about. Maybe he made like, you know, $30 million at the peak, 40 million, and then he traded all the way back down. He goes, oh, I can't achieve my dreams anymore. I've only got like, you know, 8 to 10 million now. And he says, oh, pretty much I've made it again. And by the way, he says here, friends, notice, he goes, I nailed one or two seed deals. Because he's a big KOL, they gave it to him.
Except for nailing one or two plays, one or two seed deals that keep me beyond afloat.
There you go. It's like, oh, thank God. I got one or two seed deals. Wait, how'd you get the seed deals? Because you're a random nobody? No, because you got... See, this is the game, friends. It's the game. So, because you got 300,000 followers. And you're popular. Everyone knows your name. You know what I mean? There you go, friends. So, see what I mean? Like, obviously, we have respect and appreciation. We respect the pumps and stuff out here, but I don't care about that stuff. I care about how am I going to help you? How are you and I going to win? We're outsiders, man. Okay, I'm not an insider, friends. I'm the last guy. They'll probably bring you to be an insider than me, okay? Because I actually teach you what's going on. Okay, I'm the last guy they want in, friends. You know, a lot of people who are doing even mild amounts of crime, they don't even hang around me. They don't, because I know I'll call them out on it. Okay, bro, I don't like that. Yeah, I don't like you like robbing this person out here. You want to know why? Because that could be me, that could be my cousin, that could be someone else, bro. No, screw you. I don't like that. I don't want your dirty money, bro. I'd rather die poor than just have this black cloud stuff around me. And these scammers and stuff, they don't like that. So I'm just showing you, everyone's got their own different way. But, you know, how are you going to get seed deals? Oh, let's go get a seed deal. We tried. We got rinsed. Down. Unfortunately, just to get one of the moonshots, right? Even showed you, friends, there's one guy, he had like $50,000 and he traded it down. He was down to like 12,000, I think. Was it that guy? He had 50 grand and he's like, he kept trading and meme coins just kept losing, yeah. But he was part of a project and one of the Solana devs, no, one of the PumpFun devs, the early PumpFun guys, he was part of that project. And they gave him seed access like a year and a half ago. They're like, hey, PumpFun, do you want to just get in? We'll just get you in. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, we'll just get you. Yeah, we know you. Whatever, put in a couple of dollars in. But yeah, his allocation, I think, you know, whatever he was able to put in for the seed, 5 grand or 10 grand, it's at this valuation, not sure now. It's worth about 2.8 to 4 million. Do you know what I mean? So was that guy amazing? No, he just right place, right time. He knew the PumpFun, one of the PumpFun guys. They just got him into the seed ICO. Do you know what I mean? Okay, how can you repeat that? You can't repeat that, right? But then they might say, oh, mate, you make your own luck. Okay, but how do you go make your own luck? Go launch 15,000 projects and just rug everybody and hopefully you meet someone. That's why, friends. Okay, real strategy. I've talked to you about real strategy stuff. Yeah, because I know a lot of people don't like it, but screw them. I don't care about them. You don't care about them. Yeah, they want to keep clicking every 15 seconds. All right. So the most applicable, viable strategy for most people in crypto. You make a lot of money Okay, you sleep pretty well, and you have very high odds of success, very high compared to everyone else. Okay, very high. There is a cost you pay with your dopamine, though. There's a cost, but you have high odds, and that is keep working your job. Okay, don't try to change everything. Just keep working your job. Start smashing your savings into crypto. Your DCA, asymmetric, cheap stuff. All right? Obviously, you can start with Bitcoin, start with Ethereum, maybe going to PainLink, going to PulseChain, pDAI, PWT. So you can manage your portfolio like that, but just keep thrashing money in. Just keep doing it. You play the whole cycle. You do spot. You don't do leverage. You're not trying to chase this altcoin, meme coin stuff out here because once you enter the arena, there's not enough new money coming in all the time. Okay? You keep doing that. You play the whole cycle. You know, and we've already seen that, friends. Think about someone who bought XRP, man. Just think about that person, friend. There are people, friends, in DCA buying XRP because they thought, you know, it's going to be the world standard. But, friend, people been DCA buying XRP for how long? Since 2019. BlockChainBacker got in here. Just think about this. Think about people buying it here, man. Just think about someone who's just been DCA buying, you know, like, you know, I know it varies from every month, but there are people out there that have been putting like, you know, $1,000 a month for like 3 years or something, you know, $250 a week, you know, they have 30 grand. Just think about this, fans. Someone's accumulated over 60, they have 30 grand, and out of literally nowhere in a 60 to 70 day period, their 30 grand is now 210. Do you know what I mean? And like they might have another 3x on the table for them. It may become 600,000, you know, 600,000 US. Maybe they want to sell at $9 or $10 XRP and they go, guess what, man? I can go buy 2 or 3 properties and they just pay themselves up. See what I mean? Like that's the person who wins. They believed. It wasn't the person who's like, hey, I'm going to turn $800 and go play these 18 meme coins. Because that's what some people do win at that. People do win at that. The problem is the amount of people of losers around them, it absolutely dwarfs them. Yeah, the win rates, it's ridiculous. It's 1 to 3 people out of 100. Yeah, and the other 95 keep getting wins, keep getting wins. So the best thing to do on average for most people, don't play that game. You know, just don't play that game. Don't buy their shovels. Don't listen to their trading trash services. You're not going to make it, dude. You're not going to make it. And look, you won't believe what I'm saying until the end anyway. Because it's funny, people don't even believe what I'm saying. And I literally just said, dude, this coin has no technology. You get it? And it's already up. It did the 7x burst. Right? If it does another 3x, there you go. This person's been DCA saving all their freaking 5 years and they're going to get a 20x move. Done. Okay? These people aren't, friends, all these people with, you know, when they have 20 grand in their account, how many people with 20 grand in their account actually end up with 400,000? Right? A few. 3 to 5 out of 100? Maybe. And they end up on CoinFashions wrecked, and then you fast forward a year, they end up losing it anyway. You see what I mean? The odds are severely, strongly in your favor if you take that long-term view and you do that. The problem is all the questions, right? Question marks. When's it going to take? How long is it going to take? How high is it going to pump? When's the dopamine going to, are we finally going to go up? We don't have all the answers to that. But that's why people fall off the horse. But you and I, we're going to stay. Like, subscribe, bell button, all. Catch you soon.